Hello and welcome to a special lecture series on socio-religious reformers in India. In the previous classes, we have dealt with important personalities from the socio-religious reform movement in India. In today's class, I have an equally important personality known as Swami Dayananda Saraswati. So let us look at certain facts as well as contributions made by this personality. So as far as the birth year and death year is concerned, the birth year is 1824 and the death year is 1883. The first fact which is very important, or the first contribution is very important, because he founded Arya Samaj in 1875 for socio-religious reforms in Indian society, and it was formed in Bombay. Now it is called as Mumbai. So this is a very important contribution which is made by Swami Dayananda Saraswati, known as Arya Samaj, and it was founded in 1875. Now, when I talk about Swami Dayananda Saraswati, his ideology was in line with the Vedic philosophy, or Hindu philosophy to be very precise. So therefore, Arya Samaj, if you look at the ideology behind that, is the Vedic ideology, and they believe in Om, which is considered to be the highest thing in the Arya Samaj. Furthermore, his original name was not Dayananda Saraswati. His original name was Mulshankar Tiwari. So this is again an important fact which you should remember, because there are questions reflecting in the papers stating that what is the original name of this personality, and then you have certain options. So therefore, when I'm talking about Swami Dayananda Saraswati, his original name is Mulshankar Tiwari. Further, when you look at his literary works, he wrote two important things. First, he wrote Satyartha Prakash in Hindi in 1875. So the language is also very important. He wrote Satyartha Prakash in Hindi in 1875, and also he wrote Ved Bhashya Bhumika, which was partly in Hindi and partly in Sanskrit. So again, the languages are important, and also what he wrote is very important, that is Ved Bhashya Bhumika. He wrote in Hindi as well as in Sanskrit, that is partly in Hindi and partly in Sanskrit. Furthermore, he was the first person, that is Swami Dayananda Saraswati was the first person to give the call of Swaraj, meaning thereby India for Indians, in 1876. So we can see this Swadeshi, or self-governance sort of an ideology, being propagated by Swami Dayananda Saraswati for the first time in India in 1876, and he is seen as the first individual who called for Swaraj or self-governance in India. Furthermore, S. Radhakrishnan as well as Sir Aurobindo called him one of the makers of modern India. Him meaning thereby Swami Dayananda Saraswati was called as one of the makers of modern India by S. Radhakrishnan and Sri Aurobindo. So this is again an accolade given to him by an individual, or title given to him by an individual or group of individuals. So these are certain facts as well as contributions. Furthermore, let us look at in brief the contributions made by Arya Samaj. Now this was about Swami Dayananda Saraswati. Now this is the contribution, or these are the contributions made by Arya Samaj, so the collective ideology or Vedic philosophy. So first important contribution is they opposed caste system and were against the system of untouchability. So this is a very important thing which is in line with the socio-religious reform movements in India. Furthermore, they condemn the practice of sati, that is, I told you in the previous classes when I talked about Raja Ram Mohan Roy, he was the one who abolished, or who worked in the abolition of sati with the help of William Bentinck. So when you look at the ideology of Swami Dayananda Saraswati and the contributions of Arya Samaj under him, they condemn the practice of sati as well as child marriage. So this is again an important contribution of Arya Samaj. Furthermore, they prevented the conversion of Hindus into any other religion. So if you look at the backdrop in that era, you see that Christianity and Islam, Christianity to be very precise, was very popular with the help of Christian missionaries, and therefore they prevented the conversion of Hindus into any other religion, and therefore in a sense it is considered that Arya Samaj in some minuscule sense protected the Hindus. Furthermore, they worked for the upliftment of women as well as the education of women in India back then. So this is again an important contribution made by Arya Samaj. Furthermore, they opposed religious rites, that is religious practices. They also opposed idol worship as well as animal sacrifice. So you can see how progressive thinking is showcased or is seen with the help of contributions made by Arya Samaj under Swami Dayananda Saraswati. Furthermore, established Dayanand, I'm talking about the Arya Samaj, they established Dayanand Anglo-Vedic schools, or it is very popularly called as DAV schools, and the first school was established in Lahore in the year 1886. The first DAV, that is Dayanand Anglo-Vedic school, was established in Lahore and in 1886. So we can see that this is how the Arya Samaj under the leadership of Swami Dayananda Saraswati and the philosophy or the Vedic philosophy propagated by them have contributed towards the socio-religious reform movement during the 1800s and 1900s, to be very precise. So this is how you can look at the contribution of, again, important personality Swami Dayananda Saraswati. So I hope this is pretty much clear. Please stay tuned. Thank you.